Welcome to Kumba Iron Ore Corporate Office. We are a division of the Global Anglo-American PLC. Anglo-American's iron ore business in South Africa, Kumba Iron Ore is a leading value-adding supplier of the highest quality iron ore to the global steel industry. The company is the fourth largest supplier of seaborne iron ore in the world, exporting more than 34 million tons per annum to steelmakers in Europe, the Middle East and Asia. Kumba has the reserves of over 1 billion tons of high-quality hematite. Kumba operates 3 open-cast mines in South Africa, Sishen Mine and Tabazimbi Mine, with Kolomela Mine to start production in 2012. At Kumba, we do not only look at visions, strategies, new businesses, projects for Kumba. We look beyond that. At Anglo-American, we put safety first. To us, one injury is one too many. Of course, all of this does not just happen. It requires a dedicated, qualified and professional group of people. The people of Kumba, whom we believe give us the competitive edge. And because they are our most valued asset, their health and safety is of primary concern to us. As a new employee or contractor at Kumba Corporate Office, we are concerned for your health and safety. Allow us to take you through our safety procedures pertinent to this operation. In our quest for zero harm and in line with our values of caring and respect, Kumba is on a journey to safety maturity. Anglo has set a new framework for safety management. Underpinning our vision of zero harm are 3 fundamental safety principles, namely, zero mindset culture. We believe that all injuries and occupational illnesses are preventable. We are responsible for preventing and correcting unsafe behavior and work conditions. No repeats. All unsafe practices and incidents will be investigated to determine what happened and why. All necessary steps will be taken to prevent recurrence. Simple standards. We will adopt a common, simple set of non-negotiable standards and rules throughout the group. Divisional line management at all levels has the responsibility of implementing and maintaining the standards and rules. The standards are called the Anglo Safety Way, a set of core management values that ensure that all our safety procedures reflect best practice and are implemented and supported throughout the group. Importantly, divisional line management at all levels have been made responsible for implementing and maintaining these standards. The Anglo-American Golden Rules spell out the required actions for those working in high-risk situations, whether you work in the mines, our plants, the laboratory or in the office. Most injuries stem from a small number of routine activities that the Golden Rules clearly address. Proper training for every task. Working underground and in open-cast mines. Working in restricted areas and confined spaces. Working at heights. Working with powerful electrical and mechanical equipment. Working with vehicles and mobile equipment. Lifting and handling goods and materials. Working around dams and water. And working with chemicals and hazardous substances. All these generic risks are covered by the Golden Rules and augmented by further rules specific to each of these businesses. Knowledge of these Golden Rules is mandatory to all employees and contractors. However, in our offices there are specific hazards that we need to address. Risks around the office are slipping and tripping, especially on stairs. You are expected to use the handrails when ascending or descending the stairs. These handrails are cleaned every hour, while hand sanitizers have been provided at key points. Be aware of occasional wet floors when cleaning staff are at work. Yellow signs will be put up by the cleaning staff. Always keep walkways clear of any obstructions. Do not use a cell phone while walking on the stairs, and for your own safety, we suggest that you do not use a cell phone while walking at all. People with disabilities will be assisted while using the elevators. Please park in the demarcated parking areas. Be vigilant of uneven surfaces outside the building, as well as moving vehicles when walking or driving in the parking areas. No alcohol or drugs are allowed on the premises. You may be expected to undergo an alcohol or substance test on arrival. Kumba supports a smoke-free environment. Therefore, smoking is only allowed in designated areas outside the building. Please report any unsafe condition, act or incident, however minor, to your supervisor or the security personnel. Hazards for people working in an office environment are stress and straining their bodies beyond safe limits. Occupational diseases and injuries can result from wrong body positions. You'll be provided with ergonomic-friendly equipment to enhance better, safer body positions. Make your workstation as comfortable as possible and place utensils that you use frequently in easy reach. You are further encouraged to maintain a healthy lifestyle by eating healthy and exercising regularly. Find time to exercise or take part in sports after work. An on-site clinic operates every Tuesday from 7:30 in the morning till 2:30 for medical surveillance and health assessments. Make use of this facility for tests for sugar levels, blood pressure, HIV, diabetes or other lifestyle diseases. Make use of our HIV/AIDS helpline 0800 005 005. If you encounter any psychological stress, please contact our Employee Assistance Program at Ituseng Wellness Helpline 0800 872 2331. Before you drive any company vehicle, we recommend that you do a pre-trip inspection. Check all the parts are functioning properly, like indicators, headlights, etc. Make sure that the vehicle is fitted with an emergency triangle and first aid kit. You must have a valid driver's license in order to be allowed to drive for business purposes. Defensive driving is compulsory for all employees who drive for business purposes. You must ensure that the vehicle is in a safe working order and is roadworthy. Seat belts must be worn by drivers and all passengers. Always buckle up. Talking on your cell phone whilst driving is prohibited. For trips longer than 300 kilometers, it is recommended that you take a flight as an alternative measure of transport to reduce travel risks and fatigue. If you cannot take a flight, we expect you to stop and disembark the vehicle for a few minutes every 2 hours. Make sure that your trip is properly planned and authorized by your supervisor. When you arrive at your destination, please inform your supervisor of your safe arrival. Anglo operates an aircraft between Johannesburg, Sishen and Kulumela. Be aware of the fact that you may have to rise at 3 a.m. to catch the plane. In such an instance, please ensure that you plan your trip properly to take care of fatigue later in the day while driving home from the airport. If necessary, arrange to catch a return flight the next day.
And welcome on board this flight to Sishen, which will take approximately 1 hour.
The normal safety procedures pertinent to all local and international flights also apply on the Anglo aircraft. Please familiarize yourself with the emergency numbers of the operation you're visiting and inform your supervisor and the emergency room if you're involved in any incident while visiting the premises. Emergency response and evacuation plan. In case of an emergency situation, an emergency control team, which consists of the floor fire marshals, evacuation officers, emergency controller, first aiders, and health and safety representatives, is responsible to take control of the emergency. Emergency alarm. Installed in the building are heat and smoke detectors, manual call break glass fire alarm systems, and an emergency warning intercom system. Firefighting equipment. The fire equipment is strategically placed on all floors and should only be used by trained personnel. Fire. In the event of a fire, know your emergency route. Know your fire assembly point. Do not obstruct fire exits, including corridors, walkways, landings, etc. Do not operate a fire extinguisher unless trained and authorized. Do not use electrical extension leads unless they are approved and supplied by Kumba Iron Ore. Do not plug in any electrical equipment which has not been tested and approved. Evacuation procedure. On hearing the fire alarm signal on your floor, you are to collect your personal belongings and make safe any laptops or other confidential information. Office doors should be closed but not locked. Exit the floor via your nearest emergency exit stairs. Building evacuation routes are posted on all floors in the building. Leave the immediate area but remain available to emergency personnel. Do not attempt to use lifts. Move through the stairways in single file with hand on rail. Walk, do not run. Doors will automatically open in the event of an emergency. Keep calm and remain in your floor group. If you are away from your normal work floor, obey instructions from the floor fire marshals who will direct your evacuation to the outside assembly area. Do not attempt to return to your own floor, and under no circumstances are you to use the internal stairs that connect levels. Once outside the building, assemble in the designated assembly points. Do not re-enter the building until the evacuation officers in charge advise that it is safe to do so. Medical emergency situation. First aid kits and trained first aiders are available on all floors. In the event that an accident or illness of an employee or visitor takes place in your floor area, you should seek the assistance of a designated first aider in the immediate vicinity. Emergency numbers. Depending on the type of emergency that is emerging, we advise you to familiarize yourself with the following emergency numbers. Internal emergency number 97111. Police 10111. National Emergency Service 10177. Fire Brigade 012 310 6300. Netcare Ambulance Service 082 911. ER24 Ambulance Services 084 124. Unitas Hospital 012 677 8214. Electricity 086 111 1556. Water 012 358 2111. If there is anything we can do to assist you or increase your knowledge in what we do, how we do it, and why we do it, ask the Health and Safety Department. We believe that our corporate head office, together with our mines and other operations, represent the best that is Kumba Iron Ore. Whether you're an employee or contractor, you know that your safety is important to us. Our Chief Executive, Mr. Chris Griffith, has the following message.
Good day. I believe the most reliable measure of a great company is how well it runs its business and how efficiently it operates. Equally important are how well it treats its people and the neighboring communities where it operates. It's all about good corporate citizenship, how well we look after each other, how safe our working environment is, and how satisfying and fulfilling the jobs of our employees and contractors are. My personal vision is for Kumba to be the leading company when it comes to safety, not only at our mines, but also at our corporate office. At Kumba Iron Ore, we care for the health and safety of our employees, contractors, visitors, and the communities in which we operate. Let me remind you that here at the Kumba corporate office, the same rules apply as in the pit at Sishen Mine. We also have to comply with the Occupational Health and Safety Act and its regulations. The SHE policy encapsulates Kumba's commitment to the management of safety, health and environment. At Kumba, we should continuously strive to make our business safe and create a working environment where people do not fear getting injured or killed. A place where safety, dignity, respect and caring are embraced. I want each and every person at Kumba, whether a contractor, a visitor or employee, to know that we care about them. We care enough to ensure that all potential risks will be determined and managed upfront to prevent people from injuring themselves or their colleagues. Our roadmap to zero harm is clear. It's up to each of us to turn this vision into reality. I trust that you will have a wonderful and safe time at Kumba.